detectives, it's Hanako here once again. This series contains fictional content intended for entertainment purposes only. The scenes depicted, including any blood or injuries, are part of a fantasy setting and are not meant to shock or disturb viewers. All characters, events, and settings are purely criminal fictional. Viewer discretion is advised.
London, the fog rolling through cobblestone streets, and the sound of Big Ben chiming in the distance. Sherlock Holmes, mid-30s, impeccably dressed in a long coat and scarf, blending into the crowd as he tails the suspect. His sharp eyes follow every move of a figure ducking into an alley. Sherlock's internal monologue cuts through.
James Moriarty, the criminal mastermind who threatens to burn the world down. This time, it isn't just a game between the two of us, it's the fate of nations. Moriarty isn't just looking for control he once wore, and I'm the only one who can stop him.
The figure stops in front of a narrow, hidden doorway. Sherlock crouches behind a corner, eyes narrowing. The man meets another figure. An exchange takes place. A thick envelope is passed between hands. Sherlock's fingers twitch. He pulls out a small concealed camera and snaps a photo just as the two figures disperse into different directions.
This leads right to Eden Planting School. If I'm correct, that's where Moriarty has been laying the groundwork for his master plan. The school is home to the children of the world's powerful ambassadors, military leaders, corporate tycoons, and now it's my way in.
The sound of footsteps echoes behind Sherlock. He quickly pockets the camera, turning just as a group of thugs appear from a nearby alley. He adjusts his collar, walking into the street, transforming seamlessly from the brooding detective into Oliver Simmons, a calm and unassuming social worker. A black cab pulls up beside him. He steps inside without looking back. Sherlock sits in a dimly lit office, his expression grim as he flips through documents. Photographs of Moriarty, maps of London, and a detailed dossier on Eden Planting School are scattered across the table. Chief Inspector Lestrade enters the room, the tension thick between them.
Holmes, this is out of control. Moriarty isn't playing small-time games anymore. We're talking about a global conflict, a war. The British government needs you to stand down. You can't take this on alone.
Sherlock doesn't look up from the papers.
If I don't take it on, no one will. Moriarty has already planted seeds across the globe, but his roots are in London. Eden Planting School is where it all begins. I need access to the people who are closest to him, his niece, and the families of those with influence.
Lestrade's brow furrows. He folds his arms across his chest.
And how exactly do you plan to get into that academy for children of diplomats and aristocrats?
Sherlock leans back, a glint of mischief in his eyes.
I'll adopt a child.
Lestrade's eyes widen in disbelief.
Adopt? Holmes, you're not a family man. You can't just take in a child as part of a cover story.
Sherlock stands, gathering the files in one smooth motion.
That's why I'm going deeper. Moriarty has ties to Eden Planting School. His niece Marika is there. And that academy has access to people of power, ambassadors, politicians, oligarchs. If I get inside, I can stop him before it's too late.
Lestrade shakes his head, frustration creeping into his voice.
You're playing with fire, Holmes. That boy isn't just a pawn in your game.
Sherlock pauses at the door, his expression unreadable.
I know what I'm doing. Moriarty won't stop until war breaks out. I can't afford to lose this.
Sherlock sits in a social worker's office, pretending to review files on potential children for adoption. His cover is flashy, appears to be a meticulous yet warm-hearted man looking to foster a child in need. The door opens, and a young boy, no older than 6, timidly steps in. John has tousled black hair, piercing blue eyes, and an expression of guarded curiosity.
Is this guy really going to be my dad? He doesn't look like a dad. He looks busy. Or maybe he's just pretending.
Sherlock kneels down, making himself level with John.
This boy will be my key to getting into Eden Planting. If I can ensure his admission, I'll have access to the families connected to Moriarty. Everything hinges on this. How would you like to go to your new home?
John blinks, a hint of suspicion in his expression.
Of course, I do. My new papa.
You'll be safe there. You'll have a better chance of life.
John stares at him for a moment longer before giving a small nod. An awkward, tentative handshake between two people who are about to change each other's lives forever. Sherlock brings John to his flat. The place is an organized mess, with maps, case files, and equipment scattered across every available surface. It's clear that this is the home of a man who doesn't know how to slow down or rest. John stands in the doorway, his backpack slung over his shoulder, his eyes wide as he surveys the space.
Is this where you live?
Yes. Temporarily, of course. I spend most of my time at work.
John sets his bag down carefully, glancing at the gadgets and strange contraptions lying around.
This place feels weird. Like him. But it's kind of cool.
Sherlock watches the boy carefully, but his mind is elsewhere. He's already calculating his next move, how to enroll John in Eden Planting, how to use his newfound son to infiltrate Moriarty's circle. But something unexpected happens. As Sherlock busies himself with paperwork, John approaches a small, delicate-looking object on the desk. Without thinking, he reaches out to touch it.
Don't touch it.
John pulls his hand back, startled. Sherlock, realizing his tone, softens slightly.
That's not a toy.
John frowns, sensing there's more to his new papa than meets the eye. Sherlock wastes no time in enrolling John in Eden Planting School. The prestigious academy, with its sprawling campus and gleaming stone buildings, is where the children of the world's most powerful families gather. It's a place where alliances are formed, secrets are traded, and the elite shape the future.
This place is huge. Everything here looks important. I wonder what my new papa is thinking right now.
Once John's inside, I'll have access to everything I need. Moriarty's niece is already here, and through her, I'll be able to piece together his plan. But something still feels off.
Days pass, and Sherlock's investigation begins to bear fruit. He tracks Moriarty's movements through subtle clues, narrowing down the locations where his enemy might be hiding. But the more Sherlock digs, the more dangerous his mission becomes. One evening, after playing with some kids, John walks home alone, clutching his bag tightly. A sleek black car pulls up beside him, the tinted windows reflecting the late afternoon light. Before John can react, the door swings open and masked men grab him, pulling him into the vehicle. John tries to scream, but a hand clamps over his mouth. His heart races as the car speeds away. Sherlock, in the middle of reviewing documents at his flat, receives a sudden call. He picks up, and the sound of John's voice trembling and weak freezes him in place.
Papa, please help me.
Before Sherlock can respond, the line goes dead. Sherlock's heart pounds in his chest. The mask of cold calculation slips for a moment, replaced by something else: panic. He quickly traces the call, using his contacts at Scotland Yard to track the vehicle. He rushes out of his flat, a sense of urgency driving him forward like never before.
John, I was using him as a tool, but now...
Sherlock tracks the kidnappers to an abandoned warehouse at the edge of the city. He bursts through the door, moving swiftly and silently. His eyes scan the room, quickly assessing the situation. John is tied to a chair in the center of the room, surrounded by mafia members armed with guns. But something is wrong. As Sherlock approaches, John's eyes flash with an eerie, unnatural glow. The air around him seems to ripple, and suddenly, an invisible force throws the mafia members back.
Oh my, it's Annabelle Devil. What the devil? Why are you here?
Hello, Irene. I see you still doing your job.
Hanako-san, are you there? Hanako-san, are you there? Hanako-san, are you there? I'm here, sir. And you there. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Subscribe for more awesome content and don't forget to leave a comment with your thoughts. See you next time.